Coach, what are your impressions of your newest addition, Suleimanov? What do you expect him in general? And he's just a week in the team, and you gave him already the place in the first 11.
Yeah, he actually was very good tonight for not having been with us at all and just arriving as you said, a week ago. Definitely has the qualities that we're looking for in that position and from that side. And he's got a great work ethic and he's got a really good sense for the game, good instincts in the game. So very happy with his performance tonight. It's good to get him into the team, especially with the season starting and not having him in preseason.
Next question, we'll go to Lizzie Veterano on the front row.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
Just your initial impressions and overall reactions to the match.
Yeah, I think the difficulty is that we played very well. Probably the best game that we've played since we started with the group in preseason. Very good with the ball. We created some really good chances. We had a 3-minute spell there at the end of the half that just changes the game. Outside of that, I think we deserved more in the game, but it's a great lesson for our team to learn, especially this early on in the year, but also prove to themselves that they can play at a good quality level. So it's unfortunate that we're out, but there were some really good things that I saw tonight that I haven't seen in the team yet, which is really good. And the other is that even with the group that we started with, they were very solid. But the guys that we brought in, they kept the quality up, and they had very good energy and effort in the game, which sometimes it doesn't happen, especially attitude. Sometimes I didn't play, and you're not putting me in, but the quality was good. Thank you.
Any additional questions from media here in attendance? We'll switch it over to questions via Zoom. Our first question will go to Daniel Sperry with the Kansas City Star. Daniel, your line is open.
Hey, Peter, you kind of brought up that 3-minute spell there. I'm just curious, was there any concern that that's the thing that will rear its head in the way that it did at times last year, of lapses and moments where things go haywire at the back?
No, I don't think that way. It's just not the way I think. I think two guys had difficulties in that time period, and believe me, that's something that was addressed, will be addressed, and they have to be better for it. But when you look at the overall quality of the game and the guys, the way they played, it was very good. Like I said, best performance.
Also, too, that group there, I think it was even after Messi's goal, it seemed like there was a 25-minute period there where you guys were just going at Miami. Is that kind of one of those two where you just rue that none of those chances got converted? And how do you balance that with the wanting to in the moment win, convert those chances, you need it, but also knowing that these guys still got to have that time to continue to build whatever they're building within that front group?
I think the players are very well aware that what happened in the game. We talked about it at halftime. Obviously, the second half is different, but like I said, we created a lot of chances in the game. That I don't know what it was, 2-3 minute spell. It wasn't just the goals. It was also demoralizing a little bit because guys knew how well they played. But I got to give them a lot of credit because they came out in the second half and they played with the same kind of quality. And that's a really good sign from a group to not put their head in the sand and feel sorry for themselves and then come out and not play well in the second half and kind of give up, even for them to score. And we kind of had a couple other chances in the game in the second half as well. So I credit to the guys. It was really, really good by their performance tonight.
And then I think we really kind of got to see Manu control the attack in the midfield. Is how much is that just a glimpse of what he can do? When you said you were seeing some things you hadn't even seen it out of that group, what were some of those things?
Well, no, I think the combination play by the five guys up front. I thought Bartlett was phenomenal tonight at 19 years old. He was fantastic. 19 years old, the way he played, the way he controlled the ball, the way he kept the tempo of the game. If you look at Manu and again, very new to the team, no time in preseason with us, for him to come in and already adapt and adjust into the team as fast as he has, those are all good signs. Those guys are all just going to get better from here, and their understanding of each other is only going to get better.
Our next question will go to Jimmy Mack with Kansas City Sports Network. Jimmy, your line is open.
Hi, Peter. Sorry about the result tonight. You mentioned the attack and obviously the numerous chances they created. There were times where maybe Eric Tommy seemed like he was maybe just getting a little bit frustrated. He'd go on the ground, not getting some calls. What did you see out of him tonight and just his play so far?
I think Tommy put in a lot of effort in the game. I think sometimes, and this is always something that, you know, players who are leaders within the team that want to make things happen sometimes. There's nothing to comment about the referees at all. Sometimes you get a call, sometimes you don't. You got to play on. I think, you know, again, it's always good to see when players want to try to do something for their team to change the outcome of the game. It's poor when you don't see the effort or the energy within players, and I believe all the guys were very positive, including Tommy.
Our next question will go to Chad Smith with the Kansas City Soccer Journal. Chad, your line is open.
Peter, sorry about the result tonight. You had a couple guys make their debut for your team, Andrew Brody, Ian James. I know James didn't get much time, but what did you see from those guys in their limited minutes?
For Andrew, it was important for us to get him on the field. He's had preseason, but he hasn't, not with us, with Salt Lake have a preseason. So it was good to get him on the field and just get him, you know, in with the team. I think that's always important. In regards to Ian James, kid 16 years old, for him to step out into a game like that was important for his growth. But you know, he's got a great future ahead of him, and you know, he didn't go into the game nervous. He just went in the game and played, which is great.
Last question will go to Safid Dean with USA Today.
Hey, Coach. Thanks for the
Sorry.
time. You know, from last year to this year, you've gone up against Inter Miami, you know, a couple times here. These guys, Messi, the Barcelona stars, 37 years and up. What do you kind of just see from those guys at this stage of their careers?
I think that there is this level of quality that guys like obviously Messi, Suarez, they know the moments in the game. They just know them, and they operate at such a different level than other players. And they've done it at all, you know, leagues and levels, different types of games, Champions League, whatever. They have an incredible professionalism in the way they approach when they step inside the white lines, and that's why, you know, against this team, if you can score, right, you can take some of your chances, it can change the game. But if you let them get ahead of you, the game can open up because they can just, you know, with one chance they can break you.
Peter, thank you very much for the time tonight.
Thank you, everyone.